of what they're doing to me in softball.
So,
You know?
I mean, I know what they're doing to you in softball. To those audience,
Now,
explain to us something, what you're going through, what's happening to you.
yeah, what happened to you?
I'm
brother?
not going through nothing with it
I will say
because
this.
I'm a singer by heart.
Yes.
No, but we're
You
talking
know,
about.
but you know, there's a young audience that is a lot of league, softball expanding.
Right.
They want to know who Cedric Washington is, and they might want to have you in their lead pitch. After this interview, there's going to be a lot of people that probably didn't know who you were, but heard of you. Now they know, that you're not just a regular, just softball player.
We know you love softball.
You're a complete,
You love softball.
and you love softball.
Exactly.
One pitch wonder.
One pitch wonder.
We're gonna talk about that, but just to see how many leads you pitching now.
One league wonder.
One league wonder. Why?
I can't tell you. There's no explanation made to me. I grew up watching Solano, when I came back after 35 years old.
Yes.
These were the top of the line. Solito, when he first came to New York. And most of the players that are prominent players in the game now, I watched them from the bench. I spent 6 years on the bench after I came back to softball.
If I'm not mistaken, my I receive a fax here. It says you're 71 years old.
71. About to be 72 July.
And July. We're talking about, we live in a time now, 2024, a generation of young youth, minor league ball players getting released straight to softball, and you only pitch in one league. What can be the cause of that?
I can't tell you. I know one thing. I would love to pitch against those people because it only makes you better.
Well, do you feel uncomfortable? See everybody playing, and you cannot play in any league. Do you
There's
feel
no
uncomfortable?
comfort level with that. But see, in the time that I came up, a lot of things was hard for us. You see what I'm saying? We didn't have gloves. We didn't have gloves.
No, but my question is, with so many people put you out that they don't accept you to pitch, do you feel uncomfortable with that decision?
Yes, definitely uncomfortable.
Exactly.
But there's nothing I can do about it, and I keep myself busy, and whenever it's mostly the people that come to me and tell me about it because I have so many things to do in my life. You understand? And softball is in the passenger seat rather than the driver's seat in my life, But and it's only a seasonal thing, so
But let's talk about it. So technically, you're banned.
Exactly. Bring it out.
The word is banned, right?
Correct.
You are banned from all of these leagues off of what?
Manny-
Technicalities?
It's Manny's fault.
Manny's fault.
Manny took me to Florida, put me on the mound when we was getting in trouble with what's his name, Cibaito?
Cibaito.
He was getting into trouble, so Manny said, watch it though.
Bang.
Bang.
But I never thought that it's gonna happen like this. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, you can pitch, but for some people, they always crying.
We
Manny,
they're gonna
Manny,
cry.
You bring windmill into New York City from around the world, so you could see me. Like they used to take me to tournaments, right?
Yes.
Because I had the stamina to stand in until the real pitchers get warmed up. You see what I'm saying? So I would go to Michigan to play with the team, as the pitcher that will be in the position to go onto the mound and pitch until the real pitcher, the slinger, got warm. And I could handle myself. So I could throw a little hard, you see?
Yes. But at 71 years old, I think we should have an age where we gotta respect legends that done for our sport. So I feel that it's not the players that we always debate who's better, who's not. It's the people that's coordinating the tournaments.
Exactly.
Okay.
Today we don't come here to only, talk about your story. We come here because your story still continue. You're still active. You're still playing. And there's the new generation that you have adopted to a lot of rules, but I guess the new commissioners or the people that do in tournament have not adopted to understand that there's a new era of softball. They still with the Old Testament, I would say. And we gotta respect, and we gotta keep you in this game, respect you in this game, and understand that we need more Washington in this game. Because softball got younger, more talented, and our legend should be playing everywhere.
At what point do we put the playing field? At what point, what age is the even playing field? So you have little leagues where they all are at the same level, and now you are 71 years old and you are still banned to this day. At what point do we bring you back in? At what point? Why are hitters scared to hit your ball?
I figured that they would expect me to break down, my body to break down before now. Yes. I should have been finished pitching, but I haven't finished.
But you're not.
Right now they had the baseball bat fix.
Yes.
They go to the gym. They training hard. And right now there's not only Washington. And we know there's a lot of pitchers right now that they cannot pitch. And I ask myself, why, if you are professional, you got baseball bat fix, why we cry for pitcher? That's my question that I would ask. I would like to see all those pitchers one more time in one tournament for real to see the difference. Like you did in Orlando.
In Orlando with the series.
That was the real softball that I like it. You can get pitcher, I get pitcher, and then if you make 2 runs, it's a lot. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I like it. But I don't know. I don't understand. I try to, understand this.
I mean, and talking about this, Cedric made a good point. People expect him to break down. So we're going to go on that. How you have kept, I remember like 15 years or 20 years ago, we faced each other. We did it 145th, 29 with the young pros. And how you kept yourself physically, ready and active.
Dancing, because I danced so many days in my youth.
I love it.
Okay? Because I could dance, now I only got to do one step.
Yes.
Throw the ball to the to the catcher.
But you know what? You're in the hot seat.
Okay.
And I got to tell
hot.
people this. Me and
It's
you
hot.
went to go to the corral.
Okay.
So
Okay.
the dancing, that's the physical.
Right.
90% is the nutrition.
Yes.
And you, if I don't remember, if I didn't forget, you told me you used to be a meat eater and you don't eat meat anymore.
No more meat. Not for 42 years. It's been 42 years
Yes.
since I last ate some meat.
So you have kept yourself disciplined.
And I fast once a year for Ramadan.
And you fast. So besides what you do with your hobby, the dancing,
Right.
I'm going through the nutrition
Right.
that you normally keep
I
yourself.
started with a vegetarian diet. I went to plant-based, and now I'm working on alkaline.
Oh, so
Okay.
So you're ready. What I'm saying is you're adopting yourself and
Right.
understanding to keep yourself going.
Right.
At the top of the line, you must eat right and
Okay.
take care of your body.
Exactly. And when you do that, you can probably stand on the mound at 71.
And you could dance. Not at 71. You look that. I tell you like this. You like the one. The older, the better.
Okay.
So,
Cedric, do you dance with? Do you do tap dancing at all?
I've been practicing tap dancing. I wrote a play about a tap dancer.
Really?
And realized I couldn't tap dance. So I had to figure out, I said, well, I got to learn how to tap dance. Every day, and this was in 1988,
Okay.
89, that I wrote this play. And when I got to the play, and I couldn't tap dance, I said, well, I got to learn how to tap dance.
Yes.
So I've been practicing every day since then.
No, really?
Every day.
Yes.
So,
Every day.
I remember this. Sugar Ray Robinson said, if you're a great dancer, Sugar Robinson said, if you're a great dancer, you're going to become a great boxer. Okay. So he danced a lot. He moved those feet. And people call Muhammad Ali the greatest, but Muhammad Ali looked up to Sugar Ray Robinson.
Of course.
So that's a question to be asked. But now, coming to you, I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Between then and now, what can you say about softball then and now? What's the difference?
Well, there's not enough games. There are not enough fields that are kept up so that people will not get hurt. So there's a lot of things happening to the game that the conditions that surround the game, lack of money, lack of recruiting players from different in different positions. It's just so much involved. That I'm not an authority on what I'm talking about, but I could just look at and observe and say, hey, we've been out here for a long time playing this game, and it should be the biggest thing in the city, just like basketball. People went from baseball to basketball. Why? Because the dollar percentage.
But I feel, that I believe before, I would say this, back while young pros, it was a team that kept each other. So I might be wrong. You're more veteran than I am. But when I got into softball, I saw rivalry. I saw a team kept together and they all played together as a group. Something that today, I don't see that anymore.
That was the later days of the game. That's when it started taking a turn. And that's when I found out. I saw Ramon on the mound at 145th Street.
Ramon Jones.
I don't know, Jones. Ramon.
Ramon Jones.
Oh, yeah.
The guy from Venezuela?
No, our Ramon.
Oh, Ramon, yes.
No, Ramon.
Raymond.
The hardest pitcher, okay? He played in Central Park,
Yes.
I saw him in Puerto Rico, when what's his name? Sammy Sosa was on the float in the parade. He's from Puerto Rico. You know who I'm talking about.
Yes, correct.
Okay, I saw him. I thought that my pitcher could pitch hard.
Yeah.
I'm standing behind the backstop, and Ramon was throwing the ball, and I'm ducking from behind the backstop. I said, now this guy throws hard. Let me figure out how to do this. I was on the bench for 6 years.
6 years?
6 years, until I picked up a weight.
Yeah.
And I started going like this with the weight. Okay, I did my first 100. and then I picked my birthday number. I did 127. I did 172.
Yes.
I did 217. I did 271. So now I got to go from 271 to 712.
Wow.
So I did it.
So the weight helped you how to
Get off the bench.
And
I was on the bench.
So what happened after that when you got the opportunity to get up?
I met Manny in Chicago. He got me in trouble.
That day that he came with me is the day that he had more fun. And he can tell you that. You know what I'm saying? He had fun that day. Yes or no?
Listen, I always go like this for you, sir.
They're going to take you like this.
Listen,
for real.
And we couldn't even speak English together. Spanish. Riding all over.
Driving all over and can't speak English.
Couldn't communicate.
So you proud
So
of
this must
Manny
be a
now.
big difference.
This is my
English.
man.
I try hard to be here, believe me, because,
Yeah.
I don't speak English. I try hard.
No,
His English not very good.
Well, you haven't heard my Spanish yet. You'll see how good you speak English.
But
You can hold a
at
conversation.
your age,
No,
71,
Uh-huh.
Yes.
do you believe that you can play now with a younger boy now?
Yeah, but you know what?
Listen.
Washington, we're going to go and take a break. Answer that question when we come back
Gotcha.
to a TV
Okay.
break. Señores, ya ustedes saben, nos vamos en comerciales.
Okay.
Venimos en breve.
Hoy junto con el alcalde Eric Adams, con la policía de la ciudad de Nueva York, con un mensaje: reduzcan la velocidad y de esa forma estarán ustedes seguros, los peatones y los ciclistas también.
Las cosas pasan rápido en la calle. Su velocidad le puede parecer lenta al manejar, pero si atropella a alguien, es espantosamente rápida. Conductores, estén pendientes de los peatones y ciclistas y al doblar reduzca la velocidad a 5 millas por hora. El exceso de velocidad arruina vidas. Reduzca la velocidad.
La ciudad de New York, la ciudad que nunca duerme, siempre creciendo y que nunca para de evolucionar. Y los neoyorquinos, ustedes que siempre están en movimiento. Ustedes que siempre están creciendo en tamaño y mente. Ustedes siempre conectados y siempre mirando al futuro. Existe un servicio de taxi para todos ustedes. Old Town Car Service. Aceptamos tarjeta de crédito, viajes locales e interestatales. Te llevamos al aeropuerto o a donde quieras ir. Y también proveemos transporte a sus citas médicas, sin costo alguno, si usted califica. Old Town Car Service. 718-543-7777. También disponibles para Android y iOS. Old Town Car Service.
Latinos TV. Nuestra programación consta de transmisión en vivo de alta calidad 24/7.
Yo lo miro a través de Amazon Fire Stick y Roku TV Channel.
Y yo desde Dominican Internet Group y Win Telecom.
Latinos TV, con la más moderna y mejor tecnología digital para brindar lo mejor. Todo en un solo lugar.
Latinos TV, el canal más visto de la diáspora dominicana para todo el mundo.
¿Cómo desea?
Y continuamos con la silla caliente con nuestro hermano Cedric.
Washington.
No, pues yo digo Cedric de cariño, así, tú sabes. Hacemos con la pregunta que el hombre, que todo el mundo quiere escuchar.
Luego
También
lo
tenemos
continúe
preguntas
con tu
para nuestra audiencia. Saludos para todos, pero eso lo haremos en un momentico.
Mi hermano José Luis Ortega, sí.
Sí,
Saludos a José Luis Ortega, saludos a los Mellos también, a los
Se encuentra ahí
hermanos.
mandándome fuego, Ortega, pero no te preocupes, que yo te quiero como quieras.
A los hermanos
Tú fuiste el
Mellos.
primero que le cantaste ilegal a Washington. Y tú la vas a
No,
pagar.
no.
Tú la vas a
Ortega es
pagar.
bueno, Ortega es bueno.
Washington, do you remember what I asked you? Let's go.
The one
okay.
pitch wonder.
The
At
one
your
pitch
age.
wonder,
At
one
your
team
age.
wonder.
At your age.
Pero vamos a continuar. We're going to continue with the questions.
Exactly.
What was the question, man?
At your age, 71, do you feel that you can play with a younger boy right now?
I don't see the age in the game. Okay? All I see is a batter holding a bat, you know, an umpire behind the catcher, and the catcher calling my pitches, like Bombard would do. You know, I like to, you know, make sure that the young players play the game from the heart. You know, not from what they see on TV, what they are aspiring, because most of the people that play softball miss the boat to get to the majors. Okay, so you know, it's like I can't be upset with the people that are holding leagues together and putting things in place for the younger players. By putting me out of the game, they are making room for those people that are, you know, grooming themselves for the game. So, you know, I can't be mad at that at all. But it had an effect on me that I want to share. Yes. And that is, I wasn't able to learn the different types of pitches that I could have learned to pitch. I learned about a knuckleball, a riser, a drop. Mio, my buddy, Mio, took me to Puerto Rico. And one of the times we were in Central Park preparing to play, he said, Washington. And I was warming him up. And he said, the drop. So he threw the ball. And the ball did like this. I could not believe he told me what the ball was going to do, and I never got a chance to master that pitch. So all I could do is what I do naturally, and, I guess I give a lot of people a lot of trouble with what I know, but I would have loved to learn how to do a knuckleball. The first pitcher I was ever called illegal for was the knuckleball. So I said, oh, no. I know they didn't call me for the knuckleball. I don't even know how to throw the knuckleball. So I tried it again, and the umpire said illegal. So I never threw the knuckleball again.
Cedric, can you explain to us a little bit about the technicalities in the pitching? So, for example, what is it that makes your pitch illegal? Is it that you're coming up too far up? Is it coming from the waist? Explain that to us.
There are so many rules that nobody is legal in the game of softball. Nobody is legal. You can't break your wrists. You can't turn if you turn your feet past 12 o'clock, that's illegal. Even 1 second past 12, the umpires have the option to call it. If you snap your wrists, the umpires have the reason to call it. There are a lot of things 6 inches from the waist. They say, you can't twist your hips. The first time I was in a tournament and they told me, they say, keep your body square. So I didn't know what they were talking about. So they said, your hips. I said, what? I don't have no hips.
Just to say this, I mean, we're on live television, and we're on live in social media. Can you show us what you're talking about so the audience could have? We could move the chairs just a little bit what you're talking about.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
I don't mind.
All right, let's do it. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Can you show what you're talking about? Okay, when you say what was so illegal that they in the 12-foot?
It's the hips, right? Now, see this type of thing will create the sling motion.
Correct.
This type of thing is where I could turn, right? But then when you square up, you got to release the ball here. You see? So, that is the thing. And then the feet, the feet have to be pointing straight. Modified pitching is pretty much straight and back. Nothing like this, nothing like this. The figure 8 is illegal, because you can't see the ball.
You can't hide the ball.
You can't hide the ball, but they're getting away with it. You understand? So, you have a lot of things that you can't do.
So what is it that you do?
So now let's bring the seat back.
Hell if I know.
Yes.
He don't know why.
What is it that you do that makes it so illegal?
He pitched illegal. I don't know why they call that's Ortega.
I don't know. I don't know what I do.
That was a great point, how you break it. I feel that I want to ask you a question. They have a 50 and over in Brooklyn modified.
Right.
You're 71 years old.
Right.
Are you allowed to pitch there?
I pitched one game there last year.
Where?
They last year, 2023.
Only one game.
One game.
Yes.
50 and over.
Okay, 52 and over.
52
and over.
But where? In Brooklyn?
And Lindsay Park.
Yes,
where?
Lindsay Park.
Well, we play over there.
Yes.
Okay.
Manny
I
plays
pitched, and the team that we were playing against, I had them, man. You know how we get them. When we get them, But then they started complaining, and it got my mind, right? So I changed my feeling, and then the team was complaining, but they got 2 runs because they got me. They got into my head, and they scored 2 runs. Now they are 2-1. So my team beat them 11-2.
Okay.
Okay, they kicked me right out the league.
They kicked you out.
Right in the morning.
It wasn't us.
No, never.
Cedric, what's the secret into getting to your head?
Getting into my head?
It's hard. You're better.
What rattles Cedric? What rattles you?
Good question.
Once I'm in the strike zone, there's nothing.
Ooh.
You know,
That's
there's
tunnel
nothing.
vision.
You understand? I could hear things, but, you know.
Now, coming to that, of getting to the head, we drove 16 hours.
Right.
To support the Pistolero Cup. And I saw you go all the way. We sacrificed ourselves to support that tournament. And I call you one pitch wonder.
Yeah.
As soon as you threw one pitch, illegal.
Yeah.
You know what happened? They were waiting for him.
There was, yes.
They were waiting for him.
I think a lot of people just, they hunt for you. I think.
But y'all got to tell me what is the problem. I don't know what to fix. How can I fix something that I don't know how to fix?
The name.
But come on, Bomba.
Being good.
But come on, Bomba.
I mean, being good. They heard of Washington.
I want to get better, Bomba.
But you know what? Better than what you are, you're a legend. Yes, you're a legend. I mean, having you here tonight.
It doesn't register yet.
But I
you know what
this,
I mean?
The point here is to let people understand that they got to get an update. Just like your application asks for it. You need an update. 71-year-old. If you cannot hit a 71-year-old, then you don't need to be playing softball.
That's right.
I mean, we need more Cedric in this game. We need more of our legend in this game. So tonight, I'm asking to all those commissioners out there, not to break the rules, but to understand we need a senior citizen Washington rule. 71.
Senor.
Yes. We need a Cedric Jose Washington rule where we don't want to go out there and say how good he was. We want to say how good he is. Why? Because my mom said this before she left this world. Give me love and life. And that's what I'm doing to my friend. And that's what we're doing here.
You always have, though.
And not only Washington. There's a lot of pitchers out there that they want to pitch, and we got to speak for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I say? We got to speak for everybody that they want to. Many pitchers call me, say why we don't pitch, why we cannot play. They're feeling content. Same way how he feel right now. They be feeling right now.
There was something that you said earlier about that the game was about, it was playing with your heart, right? And I think that now the sport has changed into that it's become a business.
Yes.
There is money involved, where before there was always money involved, but not in the way that it is now. Now it has become where there's tournaments every single weekend. There's tournaments, players are getting paid like crazy amount of cash. And so now a player like you at 71 years old, there should be no reason that you cannot pitch against these hitters who swear that they can hit anybody, then they should be able to hit you, and it shouldn't be a problem.
Mm-hmm. One of the problems that I feel that's most crucial to my game is that I could only play with teams that are bad teams, weak teams, so that the guys who want to do what we are saying,
that's a condition that
they want to make sure that they can hit me and still win. You see?
Yeah.
But, like all I want to do is pitch to them, and then they can find the hole in the infield or the hole in the outfield. And they do, because that's the team that they let me play. Like the last time I played in the 52 and over, I was on one of the weakest teams. As a matter of fact, we won. The only game we won was on my birthday.
But you know what? When is your birthday?
July 21st.
July 21st.
72.
72. So, I would say this. Manny played for the 52 and over. You got Picoro. You got Compay there. You have great pitching there. And now I realized something, because I'm a student of the game. And besides anything, I made a promise to you. I said, anywhere you are allowed, you are not going to be banned, not going to be illegal, only of something that we never seen before. But you have kept yourself adapting and changing to the game. You have learned to be more legit. You have learned new pitches. Like you said, how can an umpire call you legal on a knuckleball? But you know what? I can't go because I was in there. The only thing I can say is this. I realized by everything we have calculated that people are choosing who they want to allow in their league. Because you know what? That's the point. And it shouldn't be that way. Because you know what? A lot of managers like advantage. They will say, oh, he's illegal, he's slinging. But the commissioner, I'm going to speak on the commissioner. Let's not blame the players. Let's not blame the managers. I'm blaming you. Have the balls, have the guts to allow the 71 and for a good hitter, minor league ball player full of steroids, full of loaded bats, cannot hit a 71-year-old, then you shouldn't be playing this game. You know what's the bat I used to hit Washington with the bat that used to sound ding? Not loaded. Why? Because to be the man, you must beat the man. I wanted to face him every time because I wanted to be better. And to be better, I now want to face pitches that I can hit. I want to face those that people spoke about to make my game better.
Washington, you have something to say now? Go ahead.
Chata.
Go ahead.
Talk to me about Chata.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to figure out this Chata thing. That's when the pitching really, really got me. You know, when Chata came in. You know, like I would go somewhere and they would say, Chata. I say, wait a minute. You know, do you pitch? You know, say, we got to see you. As soon as I get to the mound, oh, no, that everybody start complaining, you know. And I'm saying, you know, that's my connection to the game that did the most damage to the game, you know, when that Chata thing came in, which is almost like lob to me. You see what I'm saying? When I grew up, the harder you throw, you got the better advantage in getting somebody out. You understand? They got a bat. Anybody that tell me that little ball that I have with the thrust of a man swinging at a ball that little with a bat, you shouldn't say nothing to the pitcher. Yeah. You got the advantage. You got the bat. You see, but they say, well, you know, my arm. 12 o'clock, ASA rule tells you that
that's why they
it's no number. It's no number. If you pitch
go
straight.
as high as you go, as long as you release.
But you know what? Overcome the ASA rules is the league rules. The league rules will say this. Now, I'm not gonna come in here and just only praise you. I'm gonna come in here to understand that a pitcher like you, not every team can hit you. So we understand that the game is growing, and we should have different categories. But just like we have different categories, we should have age we should in mind. People speak about back in the days used to be better.
Grandfather, they call
yes,
the
the
rule.
grandfather rules were Tim. Remember Tim? But people speak about back in the days used to be better. But now it's so interesting that a 50-year-old or 52-year-old league is banning you. So we being hypocrite with this. Now you're in an old-timers league with the same person that you used to face when y'all was younger, and now they're saying he's illegal.
You know why I could accept it?
Why?
You know, and not really complain? Because when I was 12, you had to be 13. When I was 13, you had to be 15. When I was 15, you had to be 16. When I was 16, you had to be 18. Yeah. When I was 18, you had to be 21. When I was 21, you had to be 25. So I stopped chasing. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So when they tell me I can't pitch because of my age, you know, I mean, my age won't even count. You know, so I'm like, wait a minute, you know, how many years do I have to wait to get that off my shoulders? And you're helping me with this. And I never speak about it because everybody knows my predicament. You know, I come to a field, you know, the first thing I'm going to say, oh, no, he can't pitch here.
But it doesn't bother you that you cannot pitch? It don't bother you?
Only because of what I said. I can't learn the knuckleball. I can't learn the riser, you know, to master it.
No, but I say when they don't let you pitch, how do you feel? You know, because I know you want to play. How do you feel?
I could actually say, you know, I've been deprived of so much, you know, as a human being.
Yeah.
That softball is far away from any type of a feeling that I could get. You know, I know that I have to do something for myself, but I know that there's a greater cause in the rest of the players that are playing the game. That it's about them, you know. So as soon as they tell me no, yeah, I'll go, and then I'll start cheering for my teammate who is allowed to pitch. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I became a cheerleader.
Yeah, but now, Cedric, how long you think you're gonna keep playing the game? How many years you got left?
My mother is 93. Okay, I hope to get to 90.
Pitching?
I hope to get to 90 and pitch.
So,
okay.
So I don't think we're gonna have a 90-year-old, 90 and
Yeah,
over.
well, let's go see. You know, I gotta
be
make
the
it.
first.
You know, my only thing, Bombay,
be the
with the baseball bat that you use now, with the bats that
Yeah,
they fix,
the illegal bats.
it can be dangerous to everything.
No, he's ready.
Okay.
So
I got to tell you something that happened to me with that danger thing. I was in, we was in Florida
Yes,
about to play the Dominican national team.
yes.
Everybody came up to me, Amar, the Philly team,
Omar,
the
yes,
Philly team.
yes.
They took us to Florida, right? And the Dominican national team took the field, right? So we took the field, and the commissioner of the league came out on the field and said, Washington, if you don't put on a mask, you know, you got to sign this contract. So I said, what? And then I looked at my coach, and he didn't tell me anything like that. So I'm on the mound, ready to pitch. I did my warm-up for the game, right? And, you know, he said, you gotta sign the contract. So I said, wow, I'm here with these guys. They supported me, flew me down, put me in a hotel. I can't say no, so I had to sign. I signed the contract on the mound, but I didn't want to wear a mask because that'll get me killed.
Yeah.
The mask will get me killed because of the lines in front of the mask could make the ball disappear for a split second. You know,
But you
So,
know, no, you're absolutely right. But you know, our brother Cedric, you know, we're on TV time. I think we got to do part 2. We got to
Okay.
bring you back.
Okay.
And bring you back over here to, you know, for you to explain more of the story. We're going to continue this. We promise to bring you back.
no problem.
And
No
like I
problem.
said, I mean, it was amazing because I knew the softball. I knew some other stuff of you, but I didn't know the tap. So you want to leave, or any of the guys before we go want to say a message, and you have the last word, you know, for the audience, this young audience, you want to give them a message.
Anything you do, you got to learn the formula, how to perform it. You know, and that's something that is instilled in the nature of all sports. Work with your nature. Work with your natural. You know, don't go about it copying, because nothing will ever advance by copy. You understand? It'll be just a copy or a clone. So, you know, be as natural as you can. And that's where I'm headed. Back to nature, you know.
So 71-year-old Cedric Washington, thank you so much. This was the Hot Seat.
Hot seat
Bye.
caliente.
Buenas noches.
Okay.
Thank you so much, brother.